Today is May 14th, 2012. We're aerifying greens today. It's a really nice morning. It's supposed to be about 84 degrees today, so we're expecting good weather for aerification, sand to dry. Going to go through the steps this morning of what our process is going to be this year. Right now, Brandon, our new spray technician, is out verticutting greens with our verticut reel mower. He's just making one pass on all the greens verticutting. The guys are blowing all the clippings off to clean them up. So that's our first step this morning. So once we finish this, we'll be top dressing the greens. Jason and Aaron are working on top dressing. We'll take some video of that next. You can kind of see how much material is left behind from the verticutter on the greens. Pretty close right now with the camera. But we pull quite a bit of material up. This is just what's left over. There's also material that's going into the bucket of the mower. So this is only maybe a third of the material left behind. But as you can see, we pull up quite a bit of material when we verticut greens, and they look really good right now. So it's just a good look at how much material we pull up when we verticut. This is our CR10 material handling unit. Right now it's full of sand, and what they're doing is Jason is loading Aaron up for more sand for the next green. They'll just back underneath that pile of sand and they'll just run it into the little top dresser, and Aaron will run off to the next green. It works really nice. Keeps our system moving really fast. So that's what those guys are doing right now. Now they're going up to 8 green and they're going to start top dressing the green. So like I said earlier, the next step after verticutting is top dressing the greens. We're doing a little bit differently this year. Normally we aerify, clean the cores off, and then we top dress the greens, but to keep the greens nice and firm and to not rut them up this year, we're top dressing first, and then after the sand dries, we're going to go behind and aerify. And the aerifier should drag the sand into the holes as we go, so we don't have to have the heavy top dresser on there after we have holes already in the greens. When you punch, it softens up the green surface, and when you run these big pieces of equipment on afterwards, we can start rutting the greens up a little bit. So we're trying to avoid that by doing the top dressing step first. So as you can see, there's a nice layer of sand on there. After this sand dries, we'll come back with the aerifiers. We'll aerify and drag them in. So now we're up on the chipping green. Christian's aerifying, dragging that sand in. You can see the different color. That's the wet plugs coming up on top, but also before the aerifier tines get through and kick those plugs up, the turf guards are dragging the sand in. They don't drag it all into the holes, but they're dragging quite a bit in there. After we finish with this process, then we'll go around with a cart and a steel drag mat, and we'll drag everything in, and we'll just have little tufts left of the turf that's left over, dried tufts, and then we'll blow those off, and the guys will come behind and clean them up. So as you can see, it's a pretty clean job. Got the mini tines on today, so there isn't a lot of soil surface disruption, but just enough that we can get some good roots and stuff going in those holes for the summer months. Christian's one of our veteran guys, usually does our aerification every year. Christian and Fernando are running the aerifiers today. Doing a real nice job. We're in 3rd gear, so we're going pretty fast, so this whole process should go pretty quick today, which is nice compared to the fall when we do the bigger tines. So that's our aerification process right now. After this, we'll be dragging them in, blow them off, clean them up.